Hi, good afternoon. We're here with Jason, who is a healthcare partner of WPA Healthcare Practice in Harrogate. How are you doing, Jason?
Really good today. You all right, Mike?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. If you'd like to start things off and just tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for, please.
As you quite rightly say, I'm Jason, and I am actually a registered pharmacist somehow. Don't know how that happened. So I've been a pharmacist since 1998 and worked as a pharmacist for many, many years, and then sort of came out of being an operating pharmacist about a couple of years ago because I missed people effectively. And our pharmacy, we service care homes, and it's in like a closed environment, and before then I was working in a high street pharmacy, so I missed that interaction with people and wanted to find something that added value, and that I could get speaking to people again. So offering healthcare in the present environment was something that definitely sort of aligned with my values, and that's effectively what I'm now doing pretty much full time.
Brilliant. So in terms of in your sector, and I was talking about competition and what makes you stand out from other people who do what you do, what would you say that is? What's your unique point of difference?
I think we have quite a few, to be quite honest. I think the major one is we're not for profit as an organisation, and we are the only true not-for-profit health insurance company. We have all sorts of other USPs in terms of we only stick with health insurance, so we don't get involved in other sectors, which means we can focus on what we're very good at, which is why we do tend to win all the awards. And in fact, only last week, for the fourth time, we were awarded Health Insurer of the Year. Literally, we've done that in the last 4 years. And you know, I think in terms of our service, it's very personalised and it's very much focused around our customers and what their needs are and understanding them. And my relationship with my customers isn't just at the point of sale. It is from the first moment I speak to them until the very end. So I get customers that ring me out of hours, Jason, how do I claim for this, and that kind of stuff. And I think that's one of our other major USPs. They've got someone they can speak to whenever they want. Brilliant.
Thank you for sharing that. So in terms of the business journey to date then, and what it's been like for you, some people describe it roller coaster-esque, or you know, slow and steady growth, or it's been a huge kind of boom periods. What's it been like for you to describe that?
I have to be honest, it's going extremely well, and I believe it's going extremely well because of the products that I'm representing and I'm selling. And in fact, I don't even like to use that word because I'm not selling, because I'm adding value to people's lives. But what is great is it's not just the products that I'm going out offering people. It's the company as well, and the ethics of the company and what the company is all about. And you going out having that belief that you're representing a really awesome company just gives you that confidence of knowing that your customer is going to get the best. And me, myself, my father represented the company and had represented the company for about 15 years. And one of the things he wanted me to do, and my father's, believe you me, much more irritating than I am, if that is at all possible, he absolutely insisted I got the policy. And I had no idea what health insurance was. And the only way to keep my father quiet was to just say yes. So I did that. But what that's done is it's given me that customer journey as well. And my wife and my kids have been on the policy from the very start and got huge value from it. So having that customer journey, having that belief in the company and what they represent, to be quite honest with you, has made the transition much easier than I thought it would.
Cool. And so in terms of yourself as a business owner and the sort of learning journey that you've been on, what would be the biggest lesson that you've had to date, if there's one that you could pick out?
The fact that you don't have to be great at everything. The fact that you are going to be naturally suited to certain areas of the business, and there is nothing wrong with introducing other people into the business to help you do things which you don't enjoy and, to be quite honest, you're not great at. So then I can really focus on what I really love doing. So if I can get everybody within the business to be great at what they're doing, it's just going to make everything around the work much better. So it's probably my biggest learning.
Good share. Thank you very much. And then if we were to meet you at 18 and you were to offer yourself a piece of advice just starting out, or perhaps it could be reflective as well to anybody just starting a business, what would that piece of advice be?
I think the piece of advice would be that, like I did, make sure what you're doing you are aligned to, and make sure that you enjoy doing it. Because if you don't enjoy doing it, it will become a bind, and you'll procrastinate and you'll find reasons not to do stuff. But once you have found that, and once you are aligned, then don't have any fear. Don't be concerned about making mistakes, because everybody makes them. And if you just go there and you assess things properly and then make the mistakes, embrace them, and then learn from them, but don't let anything hold you back.
Excellent. Another good share there. Thank you very much for that. So in terms of, I suppose, inspiration to do what you do, I mean, you mentioned there about being aligned and, I suppose, purpose-driven. What inspires you to do what you do? Is it friends, family, again, reflecting on what you've said about interacting with people, so customers, clients, anything you read, listen to, feel free to share your inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, I learn from other people, and in terms of what they've achieved in their lives, and also their mistakes that they've made too. And everything for me is around providing for my wife and my kids and giving them the best that I possibly can and leaving a legacy, and me being able to not actually just for them, to society in general, giving the best that they can. So I for example, you may have even heard on this particular interview, I have a very slight stammer, and as a kid that was a real issue for me, and made my years at school horrendous, to be quite honest, and sort of really miserable. And what I now want to do is sort of an added thing. There's the British Stammering Association, which I want to help them too. So I'm going to be volunteering a bit of my time, that I'll be part of their helpline, for people to speak to me whenever they want to, and to share my experiences as a young adult and my experiences now, and just try and inspire people.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that share. So in terms of any latest news around what you're doing, you've mentioned awards. If there's anything else, or even websites or anything like that, just to direct us to find out a bit more about what you're up to, feel free.
Yeah, well, I'm regularly on LinkedIn, and obviously because of my background being a pharmacist, I always try and make it as health related as I possibly can, and just to give people some information. So every Friday, I have a LinkedIn post which is very focused about a particular area of health. Obviously there is our website to look at, so it's at www.wpa.org.uk/my name, and then they can find out what's what's obviously available. And also within what we do as a company, quite often we do webinars about certain issues as well, but they come up all the time, and probably the best place to find those is on the website.
Fantastic. Jason, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and inspiration. All the best with it.
Thanks very much, Mike.